Greetings all. Welcome to week 3 of our Mapping Our World course. Joseph Kursky here, your instructor. I hope you are enjoying the course so far and found the web mapping applications you investigated last week to be as fascinating as I do. Yeah, what's not to love? The water balance app, the migrations map, the Landsat lens, the elevation profile, all fascinating. I hope you found it to be as well. If you want more of these to explore, just let me know. I have plenty to share and could post in the announcements in our course. Now this week, you will read chapter 2 of our text, which gets into the real heart of what is behind mapping technologies, GIS, Geographic Information Systems, and that is data, spatial data, about spaces and places. You will learn its characteristics, how to collect it, terms like resolution, accuracy, interoperability, and metadata. Metadata, the data about the map, the source, the dates, the scale, etc. I never metadata I didn't like. That's a little geo pun for you. With a particular focus on census data. Now, why census data? Data about population, income, housing, etc. This gives you background to start making maps in Social Explorer. Social Explorer is a web mapping and data system running in the cloud, and it allows you to dig into historical and current census data of the USA. I used to work at the U.S. Census Bureau as a geographer, and I loved my years there. The census goes way back to 1790, and so you have a wealth of data at your fingertips. Now, why don't I just have you go to census.gov for all the data? Well, because it would take you weeks to mine that site for all the data that we're going to be able to easily map. Social Explorer has combined that site, census.gov, and created a very nice and time-saving way of accessing and mapping census data. This week, you will be invited to explore the data scenarios background, shown here. Since this is our Mapping Our World course, I really want you to be able to consume, interpret, and create maps and mapped information. But I also want you to be critical, develop a critical view of maps, recognizing maps' benefits and utility, usefulness, but also their limitations. So in this data scenarios background, you'll look at some truly bad maps that are obviously in error, go through the fact that maps are easy to create, but therefore anybody can create mapped content, and what the data quality scenarios are around those issues of everyone being a map creator. You will look at this maps as representations of reality, video, and ponder that. Be critical of the data, even when it is your own. Looking at metadata and mapping, in this case, health information, scale concerns, intentional offsets on maps, dot density maps and interpreting those, and also a very interesting story of a person toting around a wagon full of phones. What's that all about? Well, that's what you're going to explore in the data quality scenarios. You are responsible for ethical, wise decision-making, no matter what role or job you have. Data quality affects not only your own decisions, but those decisions of people around you. This is especially true in today's modern world of mapping, where hundreds or even thousands of or millions of people could see the maps that you have made and make judgments or decisions based on them. With great power comes great responsibility. Exercise that responsibility wisely. That is the point of the data scenarios background, which I hope you find very, very interesting. And you will make some maps in Social Explorer and comment on each other's maps. Now, why comment in a sort of a peer review session? Well, first, you will do this type of thing often in your future workplace. You're going to be asked to comment on each other's work. That happens all the time in my daily work, for example, and in others' daily work. Second, it helps us to build community and learn from each other. Being successful with GIS or mapping or any other discipline or tool, I would argue, in part relies on the networking and lifelong learning that you're cultivating in this course. We have a great cohort of students, you all y'all, ustedes, vous, here, and learning from each other is important. Learning is not just professor to student. It is student to student and also student to professor. Really, Joseph, student to professor? Yes, I actually learn a great deal from you all. This is one of the chief reasons I got into education in the first place. I very much value learning from you all, and it helps keep me growing and moving forward. Mapping in the cloud, exchanging data, Mom would be so proud. So let me tell you, mapping in the cloud. I digress. See you in week 3. Thanks.